Do you have any of those old vintage photos at home? Maybe of your grandparents, or maybe when you were a kid with your parent, or a grandparent with their parent, or just those old vintage photos that get worn out, that get cracked, and you just aren't sure what you can do with them. Well, there's lots of AI tools online now where you can go in and upgrade those photos, sometimes for free, sometimes through a paid app. But a cool thing to try is to turn some of those vintage photos into art. Why not? Why not? Restoring them can sometimes be a challenge, and if you use AI in the faces may come back looking a little bit weird and just not quite like the person you remember in the photograph. So I'm going to show you a sample of what I did for a client who came to me saying, hey, what can you do with this old photo? The photo was like this big, like a little wallet size. Like, how can we improve this photo? You have free creative control. Well, that's fun, because I took that photograph and turned it into something just a little bit different, but something that might be just, a way to continue that family heirloom, and turn it in from this little tiny wallet picture that was just wasting away in a drawer to an art piece that can be enjoyed for years and years to come. So here is the original photograph. I met the client and just took a picture of this with my iPhone 15 Pro, and it turned out just fine. But you can see that when we zoom into the faces here, there's just not a lot of detail to work with. So this is the client right here, little baby, and with her mom in like 1968 in Dana Point, California. And this is a treasured memory. And again, this photograph is just a little wallet size, but she wanted to find a way to bring it back to life somehow. And I went through and tried to see what I could do to actually restore it and bring it back, and at least print like a 4x6 or maybe even an 8x10. And I think that could be done, but I thought I'd go in a different direction. And so instead, what I did is turn this into a piece of art. So I did some color correction and ended up here. Not a great result. But here's what I noticed about this photo is we've got this kind of like this shape. Like, I love this shape of the mom holding the child's hand. And since we can't really make out the faces anyway, why don't we play with that and go down that road of turning this into more of an abstract piece rather than a photo restoration. So with that, I ended up doing this and creating this oil painting effect of this image, and client is just thrilled with this. And once we have this image, then this can be printed. She's even talking about maybe a life size, like a 60-inch canvas on the wall. And I think that's the coolest thing. And what a way to honor her mom and to bring that photograph back to life. Here's how I did this. I did this in Photoshop. So here's the image in Lightroom. So obviously I've already gone through this process and achieved this result that I'm super happy with. But let's do it again. And I'm going to work with this photograph. Last time I worked with a color corrected version of it. But let's, for the fun of it, just work with this photograph. We're going to open this one up in Photoshop. So we're going to edit in Photoshop here. We're going to let that open. And once it's open in Photoshop, we're going to see that it opened as a background layer. I'm going to unlock that layer. And we're going to go into our channels section here. And you see it's got all of our color channels here. What we're going to do is add a new channel. We're going to click the plus button down here to create a new channel. Let's see it's named that channel Alpha 1. That's fine. We'll just go with that. And then come on over here to your color selection tool. And this might be white, might not be, but whatever it is, just select that color selection tool. And then make sure that our settings look like this, especially this B. We're going to select this B and make sure that it's at 30%. And later on, you can experiment with that, do 50% or higher or lower. But this tells us how much, essentially, to apply the effect. So I like 30%, so it still keeps the idea of the original photograph. So we click that. And as you can see, it doesn't look like it did anything. So what we need to do is hold down the Option key and hit Delete. And what that's going to do is pull that color selection into our channel here. And then we're going to go back up here and we're going to select our RGB. We're going to hold down Command and select Alpha. And we're going to ignore this warning. This isn't a big deal for us. We're going to hit OK. And then you're going to see our Generative Fill option pop up. And this is where we're going to go in here and we're just going to type oil painting. And what that's going to do is tell Photoshop to take this image and create an oil painting look based on this specific image. So we're going to hit generate, and it'll give us 3 options to work with at a time. Okay, so here we go. We can see that it's created 3 different options for us to take a look at. We have this option, we have this option, and we have this option. These are all pretty cool. And they're all just a little bit different than the original, obviously, but they're just super fun to work with. So depending on what you are looking for, and if you're not happy with these 3, just run it again. Just go down here and hit generate again, and it'll generate 3 more for you. But if I was doing this for a client, I'd probably go with this option 3. That's pretty close to the one that we already did, and it just creates that really cool looking oil painting look. So what we would do from here is come back into layers, and if we're happy with this, let's just select both layers and then flatten right here, flatten image, and that's just going to create one single image of this oil painting that we just did. And then once we're happy with it in Photoshop, we can close it down, hit save, and then it's going to reopen it in Lightroom, and then we can continue to refine this image once we're in Lightroom. Then when we're done with it, we can export it as a TIFF file and resize it to whatever we need to, so that this can be printed, you know, I'm not going to say any size, but you can go up to probably 60, maybe even 72 inches. So we have a new image here, and then we just play with it. We'll hit auto. We'll see if that does anything that we want it to do. We might want to bring just a little more blues into it. We might want to cool it off a little bit. So we could do that. Saturation, since it's a painting and we're not dealing with a photograph anymore, we could pull up our saturation and see where that takes us. We could go in our color mixer and just play with each different type of color that we want. And a good thing to do when you're doing an image like this might be come down to clarity and pull that clarity down a little bit. I kind of like that look of pulling that clarity down. Maybe we might try our dehaze here and see how that looks. I don't know, might leave that one alone. Put some vignetting on there if you'd like. You know, maybe a little bit, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'd leave the vignetting off. But anyway, just so fun to go in here and take an old photo and bring it back to life in a whole different way. What I like about this is these old photos kind of represent like a fuzzy memory anyway, and they're not meant, in my mind, to be super clear. I mean, the photographs back then just were not. They were vintage. They captured a moment, but just kind of left it to your mind to fill in the gaps of what that moment really looked like. And I really like this way of doing that because it still keeps that moment in your head or in your client's head, but it brings it back to life through art. And then that piece can be hung on your wall and you can remember that moment or remember the memories that your grandparents shared of the moment or whatever it is. But I think this is super special and I wanted to share that with you. Once we have that here, if you want, you could just do it again, just edit in Photoshop again. And this is where you can go in and resize it. On this specific case, if I go in to image size, this one is not terribly big as it is, 12 by 16 at 240. But let's say I just wanted to double that. I want to bring it to be a 24 by 32. Maybe I'll just type in, I want it at 300 dpi. Then we just click OK, and then Photoshop is just going to resize it to that. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's not supposed to be because this is an abstract art piece now. And it's okay if it's not perfect resolution. But this printed on canvas is going to look really, really cool. And it's going to be a memory that is going to continue to be treasured for many, many years to come. So I wanted to share that with you. I just thought this was a super fun way to bring old photographs back to life in a new artistic way that incorporates all of our modern technology, but holds on to those treasured vintage memories of the past. So I hope you've enjoyed this. A little bit different than what I usually do, but I thought this was worth getting on here and sharing because I just thought this was super special. So if you do have vintage photos, play with them. Let me know what you come up with. I would love to see it. So leave a comment, ask any questions that you would like, leave any criticism or praise or whatever. I'll take it all. So thank you for being here. I hope you've really, really enjoyed this, and I hope to see you back here again.